Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be setting up my planner that holds all of my long-term storage type stuff. I referred to this in a previous video. It was previously set up as a transformer planner on these expander rings. And so I'm going to continue to use these, but I deconstructed it and reorganized it a bit, and I'll be putting it together with you on camera so you can kind of see what goes in it and how I'm setting it up. I also recently purchased this deluxe cover from the Happy Planner warehouse sale. So it was an awesome deal, and I thought this would be a nice place to put this guy in to kind of have it live, since it really just stays basically in my house on my desk most of the time, and maybe to help encourage me to use it a bit too, because it hasn't been used as much as I'd hoped for. I have certain sections in here like lettering and faith planning that I'd like to be using much more regularly, so I'm hoping that this new setup and organization will help me to use this more frequently. Okay, so to get started, like I said, it was previously on these rings, and I basically deconstructed it and pulled apart the main sections. So I'll just quickly start building the things, and then we'll get to some of the other details as we go. So I decided that this is going to be the cover for this planner setup. It's going to be set up kind of like a transformer planner, but because it's going to live in that deluxe cover, you can't really truly transform it unless you're constantly pulling it out and putting it back in, which I don't think I'll be doing. So what I decided to do was, because I still love all the covers, I'm going to use just the front cover, and then I'm going to be discarding the back cover of the section. So just an FYI, that's how I'll be starting. So to begin, I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy. Let's see. So actually on this, let's see, how do I want to do that? So since I'm only going to be using the covers, I guess this is going to be the cover for my planner. Okay, let me move these out of the way for a second. So let's put these guys on the rings, and then I'll get back to you. I'll quickly go through this. Okay, so this will be, like I said, the cover for my planner overall. This came from a Happy Notes that came out late last year, I think, or maybe mid last year. I really love this cover. It's very clean and pretty, so I think this will be perfect for the main cover. And this is going to also be the cover for the first section, which is my home management section. So that is going to be these items here. So the home management expander pack, or I guess accessory pack, I purchased that, the one that just recently came out in spring, and although I really like the idea of it, some of the titles for the dividers and things aren't quite what I want them to be. So I'm going to go ahead and start dropping them in, and then I'm going to probably be relabeling them something different, similar, but you'll see. So let me go ahead and drop those in. Let me see. So yeah, for the chores section, this one will become household. So let me just go ahead and put those in. And these are the pages that were included with the home management binder. So basically it's chores, and then it's a couple of sheets for daily chores. I mentioned this before, we don't really have a very big house, so there's not a ton of this kind of stuff to do, but it is good to have it as a guide. And then there's also some like long-term stuff that I might want to start tracking in here, or make some DIY pages. So okay, so that's the first one. The second part is family medical, and again, this is going to be more like emergency prep and any kind of important things that regard our health or you know, family things. And I have a little DIY sheet I made a long time ago just about happy husband stuff, just some cute things. I don't know if this will live here forever, but I thought it was a good home for it for now, so I'm gonna stick this in. And the next section will be budget. So, well, I think I'm gonna relabel this one as well. This will be finances. And then it came with sheets too. I'm going to be careful not to flip through these because there is some stuff in here that's already written on, which I'm not going to share with you guys, unfortunately. But yeah, but these are the pages that came with the home management binder. So these are the month at a glance, and then basically it's the same on the back. So that'll be our financial or finances section. And then the last section, well, close to last, will be maintenance. So this one's going to be home maintenance, and I needed a fourth divider. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one for now, even though it's upside down as the section, until I figure out maybe another divider to use. But I definitely wanted it to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's that. So this will be the maintenance section. So this will be like anything like home maintenance, car maintenance, you know, just things to track like that. And then this last section will just be like a miscellaneous section. And most of these dividers came from the Happy Notes that this was in, the Farmhouse style Happy Notes. And so like this one, and then the ones with the actual labels came from the extension pack. Okay, so that'll be my first section. This will be our home section, or I guess home management. And then I'm going to leave this back cover, but the next section will be basically my goals section. So goals and like professional and also fun goals. I mean, I don't really have a title for this, but this is just where this stuff will live. So this is the cover I chose for this section. This also came off of a Happy Notes I recently purchased, and I really liked this cover, and I think it's perfect for this section in particular since it's kind of goals oriented and just personal growth. I guess that's a better way to say it, personal growth or personal development type section. So dream bigger is what it says there. Sorry, my eye itched. And so in this section, I'm going to just use the front cover to divide the section so that I'll be able to find it pretty easily. And then I'll start dropping in some of that stuff. So I have my kind of my vision board for my goals, and I'll keep that in there front and center. And then I have a whole goals section. So let me see real quick. Yeah, this is fine. So the goals section just basically holds things that I want to accomplish, or routines and things like that. So I put my morning routine in here. I have my older morning and evening routine, as well as some to-dos in here, goals that I wanted to do, and then just some like ideas that I had started to write down. So you know, pretty simple, but just some sheets that I want to keep a hold of and maybe redo in the future. So this next section is ideas. And so these are already pre-labeled. They haven't changed, and I really liked the way that these are organized, so I'm going to keep these the same. So my ideas section, let me see. I can show you. All right. Hang on. Okay, so this first half of the ideas section is basically, I did a video recently about 10 ways to organize your horizontal planner or design your horizontal planner layout. And I just went ahead and kept those sheets that I created just as reference. So that's what this first part is going to be, as well as like my first attempt at one of those DIY sheets that I did. I didn't really like the end result. So So yeah, so these are just kind of pages for reference. They probably won't stay in here much longer once I kind of move on to bigger and better things. And then I have some ideas back here that I'm kind of working through. So I don't want to show you guys yet because obviously they're, you know, mostly planner ideas. So I want to keep those secret until the big reveal. And so I'll just keep those in this section. This is kind of like my ideas. I also have an ideas sheet in my catch-all planner, the one that you guys see me working in most of the time. And since those are kind of active, they're more like brain dump ideas. And then this is kind of when I'm working through things. This is where those project sheets live. Okay, so that's going to be my ideas section. And then plans is next. So I'm just going to drop that in. All right, it's a little bit thicker than it wants to take. Come on, you can do it. So close. Okay, so yeah, so I can show you the first part of this as well. So in my plan section, this is where I have a couple of sheets of things like that I want to do and want to try. So I have like I have a restaurants to try and the ones I did and on what days. I have one for books, which is sorely lacking in inspiration. I need to do some more research there. And then movies too. I watch a lot of movies, but there are some old good ones that I want to start tracking. And I've never seen Citizen Kane, for example. So yeah, those kind of things I want to keep in here. So those are my rough drafts on those sheets. And then this whole section behind here was, oh yeah, I can show you actually. So I made this a long time ago. It was a divider that I really liked. And then on the back, it actually was like a month or something like that, like, you know, out of a planner. And so I kept the divider, trimmed off the tab, and then made like a little sheet about things that, you know, I kind of wanted to, like lists I wanted to track, I guess is the best way. So that's kind of what I have. And then, so I just kind of kept it in there just because it was nicely designed and had some good ideas that I haven't actually done yet, like places to travel, you know, things like that. So these are sheets that I want to create eventually and then start tracking those as well and keep those in here. And then I also put in the project sheets that actually came with the home management extension pack. And there was the last divider of that pack is just called projects, and it had these sheets. It didn't really feel right in my home management section, so I just took out some of those sheets, put them in here for me to use as, you know, inspirational ideas for, you know, any projects I have coming up. And then I just move that divider out of the home management section. And then lastly is my professional section, and this is where I'm gonna have to divide this up. Okay, so yeah, my professional section. So this is where I keep like all of my notes about, you know, just professional development notes. I've taken some classes and done some like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like Skillshare type videos, like notes I've taken off of things like that. So I have those in here, which are like just good ideas for me to keep and to reference different classes and things like that. And then I also have here like all of my ideas for my own website portfolio, things like that. Since I'm a graphic designer, I have a lot of things I have to do to keep up my work and my current, just keep current in design. So just some things and ideas that are in here, but we'll keep those kind of private as well, just because, yeah, they're just kind of personal stuff. But yeah, so that it's more of a brain dump kind of area too for my professional life there in that little arrow section. And then I have also a pocket folder for this section as well. It's a little rough around the edges, but this I think was like a class syllabus of something that I took recently. So just keep that in there. And okay, so that would be the end of the professional or goals section. And then this is the back cover, but I'm not going to be using this, so I'm just going to go ahead and move that away. And then go to the next section, which is my lettering section. So I decided that this would be the cover for the lettering section. I like this Choose to Be Happy. And so I'm just going to drop that in. And I'm going to start off, I need to redo this page. This was just like a sample page, and then it kind of got out of control, and I never made it really that pretty. So, but I do want to do another one, so I'll just keep it in here for a reminder. But a pen testing page for all the pens that I have, highlighters and such. And then this first section here, I think is going to be just like my worksheets, so I need to label that as well. Put that in. So these are worksheets that I got for free online that I just printed and work through sometimes. The paper that I printed on is like just regular copy paper, which isn't really the best for practicing brush lettering, which I've discovered. And I also did it double-sided, which is another kind of problem when you use a really deep, dark pen that kind of bleeds through. But you know, they're still good for reference and stuff, and I do try to use them if I want to trace something out. So there's that. My next section will be basically where I do all my practice sheets. So I'll put some paper in here so that I can do, you know, basically practice and just different pages. That's what's in there, where I try things and try the letter. I got a book, but the book, I don't know. It's not as straightforward as I'd like it to be. So this will have to do for now. And then my final one is going to be for like actual samples. So this is like with there's some kind of lettering I want to copy, or you know, ideas for lettering different ways, like this sheet I started a while back, just kind of continuing that and just kind of making a guide so that I can, you know, if I'm trying to get some inspiration on how to letter things, I can reference it. And there's also this pocket folder that I used to have in the section before. So it basically has those things like that, like things that I might emulate. Like I think I just recently used this as a guide for my future plan sheet. These were stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby, which I kind of like the handwriting in it, so I thought, well, maybe I could try to mimic that. I think this one is actually from Heather Kell, maybe, that I first just thought it was really cool, so I downloaded it to emulate that, and some other sheets here that aren't cut to classic size. And so that's how that'll be organized. And then, oh, and this is actually for the next section, which is my faith planning section. So, might need another pocket folder. Yeah, so let me get rid of the back cover for that other one as well. So it's going to go lettering and then my faith. And so faith section is here, and the first part of it is going to be Bible study. Let's see if I can get these sheets all in there. Yeah. So the cover here actually, let me divide it up a little bit better. It's a little thick. Yeah, so these dividers and these sheets with the scripture and the faith notes, these came with this happy notes. It was like a faith-based happy notes, which I got at Hobby Lobby in the spring. I really love this cover. So, and it's just, the dividers are beautiful. So, yeah, so this is going to continue to be my faith section, and Let me just drop in the rest of these. So I did actually start a Bible study, I want to say maybe in April. It was either April or May. And I got about a week in and it totally fell off the wagon. But I did set up these sheets for that. Let me just get them all in here. So I'm going to keep these all together in here since they are pretty faith specific. And use those. I also had some Bible study sheets from before I got this that I just printed out, some guides, and I had a few others that I actually did Bible studies for before all this, and I'm just keeping those in there for reference. And yeah, so this will be my section for Bible study, but you can kind of see I started a Bible study and then just totally fell off. So what are you gonna do? Anyway, so the first section is that. The next section is going to be called maybe scripture or reading. I haven't figured out what I want to do for this title yet. And I also am using the dividers not in the normal tiered order. I'm starting with this one just because I think it's so much prettier. And this is pretty too, but I like that other one as my front. And then, so this will be scripture or reading. And so this is going to be my, like for my daily reading, which I'm again behind on. I really have, ever since my birthday month, I don't know, everything's kind of fallen apart. My diet's fallen apart. My spiritual life's a little bit rocky. Not rocky, you know how it is though. It's just not as consistent as it used to be. And I want to get back on track in July. So yeah, so this will be reading, and then if I hand letter any like scripture or anything, I'll put it in this section as kind of a reference and something for you to look at. So that's that section, and then the final section is going to be my like guides and notes and things like that, my faith stuff. So just gonna drop in this divider. And then, yeah, so I just have some handwritten things about goal setting and, you know, reference pages, how to do SOAP, Bible studies, things like that. And then that is going to be it. So it's a lot, but it's actually thinner than it used to be, surprisingly. I think I kind of trimmed out some of the fat and then kind of divided it up a lot better than it used to be. So there is that. And then I got I got this deluxe cover, which let me drop that in, and then we'll do the labels because I just kind of want to see how it looks in this cover. Come to me. That's me dropping it on the floor. It's funny, I don't think about those things when I'm doing voiceovers because usually I just, you know, do whatever and then the voiceover covers any loud noises. But when you do it, you know, at the same time, all those loud noises kind of come into play. Okay, so I think I'm gonna like this. Let me drop this into that back cover. I really like this color. Come on. Just slide and slide. Come on, come on. It's kind of tight. I guess that's good. It won't slip out. Ooh, I just totally ripped it off. That's funny. Maybe it was too far in. All right, you guys have to tell me about this. Is this normal? Never had a deluxe cover before. Don't want it to rip off. That's no good. Maybe that's why. Okay. Let's see. More? Not going anymore. Okay, good. Shuts. It fits those giant expander discs, which is awesome. And oh, and it has a pin loop, which is great. I could stick a pin on there. I like this, and it looks neat. I like that it's just kind of neat and compact and kind of, oh, you guys, let me show you something. My laptop, I'm just gonna show you that real quick. That was it unplugging. Oh, look at this. Makes my heart happy. All color coordinated. Okay. Just had a moment there of color coordination happiness. Let me put my laptop back. Got some stuff there. Okay. Back on track. So this is awesome. All right. What do I need to do next? Okay, let's start with the labeling. So I will bust out my labeler. Come on. Let me see, what size do I do? Okay, those ones were clear. I'm gonna do these ones in white to cover up what's currently there. So, okay, let's clear it. Husband was using this. Yes. And format, let's change the size. Okay, and I think we want small. Maybe small or medium. I don't remember. I think that's medium. Okay. So this guy is going to be household. So house. I'll do this first one real time and then I'll speed it up. So, hit okay. That'll help. Yeah, I'll do this first one real time and then I'll speed it up so you guys don't get bored with me just making labels. House. Oh. Okay. And print. It's dusty. Oh, and the battery's low. Sweet. That looks like the right size. Yes, it matches. Hopefully those will all fit. I might have to shorten some of these names. Okay, so I'm gonna get this on there. Got my skizzers. And I'm going to trim this. Yeah, that's better. You come with me. Okay, and I'm going to actually use these guys. Oh yeah, so much better. Let me see if this is actually, I'm gonna test something real quick. Yeah, you can still see it. It looks like it needs to be bumped up though, right? I think I'll need to trim the top a little bit. Oh, I need to do the back, so let me print one for the back. Okay, that's better. It's not fantastic, but I do like that I'm not handwriting it, that it looks just, did I spell that right? Household? Gosh, that looks weird. I just want to make sure that it all looks the same and clean. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put on the back, and then I'll do the rest. And I kind of talked about each one, so hopefully you guys are all set to go as far as you don't have any questions on what I chose and why. But some of the names might be abbreviated or something if this is too big. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so I think we're done. I just finished labeling all of the sections. So they're now nice and neat and easy to find. So we've got the home section, and then my goals and ideas section, and then my lettering section, and my faith section. So yeah, this is how it will be for now. I'm gonna go ahead and look through my stash and see if there's any other like bookmarks or things like that that I want to add in, maybe like to the lettering section or to the Bible study section, so I'll know where I am. And then also maybe a few sheets of you know, like practice sheet paper for writing lettering things on and what have you. So I'll do that, but basically this will be my current setup, and yeah, I'm pretty excited, you guys. So thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below, and go ahead and think about subscribing if you'd like to see more of my videos, and leave me a comment or two if you have any suggestions, or if you just want to get in touch. Okay, you guys, thanks, and we'll see you next time. Bye!